Some of you might think I'm crazy, but I assure you that I am not. I just simply love to read about things and understand things to the absolute fullest. I've always had a hunger for education and higher learning. And so in my spare time, instead of doing a lot of really silly things, other than working out and preparing meals, I do a lot of reading, especially about health topics, nutrition. Pharmaceutical issues is definitely one that I do a lot of research on. And so while I sit and watch the news headlines periodically, I write down the pharmaceutical commercials that I see on TV. And so I've got 59 of them that have been advertised on television throughout the last couple of years. I just simply make notes in my cell phone, keep track, and all of this information and data I've collectively put into one document. You've got the name of the medication, what the purpose of the med is for, any side effects, which are pretty lengthy, and all of this comes directly from the pharmaceutical website itself. So it is factual. Like I said, it just comes right straight from their website. And then potential costs. If you don't have insurance, you're not on Medicare, you're not on Medicaid. A lot of these medications cost thousands and thousands of dollars a month. And so you wonder why our healthcare system and healthcare is just so astronomically expensive. It's because insurance companies and the government are taking care of some pretty rich bills for people who are on prescription medications. So it's just fascinating to me. And I will email this to anyone. It's all in alphabetical order, very easy to read, very easy to understand. If you just message me and send me your email address, I will gladly send you this as a PDF, and you can look up any of the medications that you might be on, that friends and family might be on, and find out exactly how much that is costing you or the government or your insurance company, and also the side effects and things that you probably need to watch out for. So let's just touch on a few of the side effects listed on here. I'm not going to read them all because we would be here all day long. But some of the side effects, and your doctor should be letting you know exactly what the side effects are for you and what those risks are. And if they are not, shame on them. They are leaving you to do that research for your own. But some of the side effects, and many of them with any prescription, definitely affect kidneys, liver, and heart. So pay attention to that. But the list goes on and beyond that. So, kidney failure, severe liver problems, which in rare cases can lead to death. Lactic acidosis, a serious medical emergency that can lead to death. Kidney failure, severe liver problems. This one may cause trouble breathing and death. An increased risk of having a heart attack, stroke, or death from cardiovascular, heart, or blood vessel problems, anal abscess, and sepsis. So not good there. The chance of getting lymphoma or other cancers may increase with this particular medication. There have been cases of unusual cancers in children, teenagers, and young adults using TNF blockers. So cancer, not good. That is a risk. Putting you at risk for serious heart problems. Thoughts of suicide. There are, tears in the perineum. What on earth, what is happening? Like, why would that even happen? By taking a prescription medication. So weird risks. Death is not good. Obviously, cancer is not good. Even some of these increase your chances of, fracturing bones, getting MS. It's just, the list goes on and on. So you gotta pay attention. One of my favorite categories of prescription meds are the ones that help control type 2 diabetes. And that is an epidemic that has been happening just for the last couple of decades. That increases, obviously, if you're obese, you're either diabetic or pre-diabetic. That is type 2 diabetes, which is completely controlled by exercise and diet. And so we've got Farxiga, Ozempic, and Rybelsus, all of which are advertised often on television. Well, the disclaimer says those medications work along with diet and exercise. Imagine that. So you can take the prescription medicine, which is extremely expensive and puts you at all of these other risks. Diet and exercise is the key. And then there's the prescriptions that you actually take to avoid something from happening, but they can cause that same thing to happen. So you've got one medication that is used to treat osteoporosis in women who are postmenopausal. Their bones are fragile. It can help them, not break their bones. But one of the side effects is unusual thigh bone fractures and increased risk of broken bones. So that's confusing. And then you've got another medication that helps you stay awake during the day caused by tiredness, caused by sleep apnea. So you're not sleeping at night, you're not getting enough sleep, so you need to stay awake during the day. But then this medicine can cause heart attack, stroke, heart failure, and death. So I don't know. Targeting children and young adults. So there's a few ads on television, and mind you, the United States and New Zealand are the only countries that are allowed to run television commercials for pharmaceutical drugs. Okay, there's only 2 countries that it's legal for pharmaceutical companies to do that. And there's definitely ads on television that target children and young adults. One of my favorites is skin disorder. I think it's psoriasis, but there's 2 little girls featured in the ad. One's a soccer player, one's a dancer. They're embarrassed about, the rash that people can see on their arms and legs. And so this prescription medicine can help solve the issue. What most parents don't realize is that there's a lot of skin issues that happen because you're putting a bunch of junk in your body. So if you're eating nothing but junk, you're not getting enough water, you're bound to have some kind of skin irritation one way or the other. There's different forms of skin irritations that can happen, but it might be just simple as changing the diet, eating more vegetables, eating more fresh foods instead of processed foods, and drinking water, which can help, eliminate or at least remedy any skin conditions that one might have. One of the latest ads that I have seen, which I'm not too terribly happy about, it is for the treatment of ADHD. It's got a young woman featured in it. She's got, ADHD problems. She wants to live a normal life. And so this particular medication is highly addictive. It's like Adderall. And even though the disclaimer says it's not for weight loss, it's going to create weight loss because the side effects are loss of appetite, diarrhea, and weight loss. And so you're going to have, teenagers and young adults wanting to take this ADHD medication because it's going to help them lose weight. Meanwhile, it's very addictive. It could stunt their growth. There's heart issues and a slew of other risks associated with this particular medication, but it's not cool to be marketing to our kids. And then there's the cost. So somebody's absorbing these costs, and they're pretty astronomical because none of these listed, none of the prescription medications that are advertised on television are cheap. None of them. I've looked them all up. In fact, some of them can actually cost someone, whether it's you, your insurance company, or the government, about 6 figures a year. So look into it. Even though you might not be fitting the bill, it's actually quite interesting to see just how much those medications cost, and it's costing somebody. Like I said, whether it is you, your insurance company, which the rates just continue to go up for everyone, or the government, which that's taxpayer money. So just fascinating. Check into it. Email me, message me if you want this document. It's, like I said, all in alphabetical order. Good stuff.